Do you ever wonder which states in America hold the strongest religious devotion, while others embrace a more secular lifestyle? The United States, a land of freedom and diversity, is home to a wide spectrum of religious practices and beliefs. Let's embark on a journey to discover the 5 most and least religious states in America. Alabama. The heart of Dixie pulsates with a vibrant religious rhythm. With a staggering 77% of adults identifying as highly religious, faith is woven into the very fabric of Alabama's society. The state's landscape is dotted with churches of all denominations, from grand cathedrals to modest country chapels, reflecting a deep-seated reverence for tradition and community. The Bible Belt holds a tight grip here, shaping social norms, political discourse, and even everyday conversations. Church attendance is a weekly ritual for many Alabamians, and religious values often influence decisions in both personal and public life. However, beneath this veneer of devoutness, a subtle shift is occurring. A growing minority of Alabamians are embracing secular or alternative spiritual paths, adding new threads to the state's religious complexity. Mississippi. In the Magnolia State, faith isn't just a belief, it's a way of life. A remarkable 75% of adults consider themselves highly religious, with 72% engaging in daily prayer. Christianity, particularly evangelical Protestantism, holds a dominant presence, shaping the state's cultural identity and moral compass. Gospel music fills the airwaves, and church communities serve as vital hubs for social interaction, support, and spiritual guidance. Mississippi's strong religious identity is reflected in its laws and policies, often influenced by conservative Christian values. However, a small but growing number of Mississippians are moving away from traditional religious affiliations, seeking alternative spiritual paths or embracing a secular lifestyle. Tennessee, the volunteer state, is a land of diverse religious expression, where faith takes many forms. With 71% of Tennesseans identifying as highly religious, the state boasts a rich spiritual landscape that reflects its complex history and cultural heritage. Christianity, particularly Baptist and Methodist denominations, remains the dominant force, with 79% of the population adhering to this faith. Church communities thrive in Tennessee, providing a sense of belonging and shared values for many residents. However, the state is also home to a growing secular population, with 18% of Tennesseans identifying as non-religious. This emerging demographic reflects a broader national trend towards greater religious diversity and a growing acceptance of different spiritual paths. Louisiana. In the heart of Cajun country, faith flows as freely as the Mississippi River. 69% of Louisiana's adult population identifies as Christian, with a strong Catholic presence due to the state's French heritage. The vibrant mix of cultures in Louisiana also gives rise to a unique blend of religious practices, from voodoo traditions to evangelical Protestantism. This rich tapestry of beliefs reflects the state's complex history and cultural influences. While Louisiana is known for its devout Catholic communities, a growing number of residents are embracing secularism or exploring alternative spiritual paths. The state's vibrant music and food scene often intersect with religious traditions, creating a unique cultural fusion that celebrates both faith and secular expression. Arkansas. The natural state is also a deeply spiritual one, with 68% of adults expressing a high level of religiosity. Christianity, particularly Baptist denominations, is deeply ingrained in the state's culture, shaping its values and traditions. Church attendance is a common practice, and religious communities play a vital role in social life. However, Arkansas is also experiencing a shift towards greater religious diversity. A significant 19% of residents identify as non-religious, reflecting a growing openness to different spiritual paths and beliefs. The state's natural beauty and rural landscapes often inspire a sense of spiritual connection, even for those who do not adhere to organized religion. This blend of traditional faith and emerging diversity creates a unique spiritual landscape in Arkansas, one that is constantly evolving and adapting to the changing times. Now let's look at the 5 least religious states. Vermont. The Green Mountain State is a beacon of secularism in America. A mere 34% of Vermonters identify as religious, a testament to the state's deep-rooted values of personal liberty and individual expression. Vermont's progressive political landscape and strong emphasis on social justice often intersect with secular ideals. Environmentalism and sustainability are deeply ingrained in the state's identity, and many Vermonters find spiritual fulfillment in their connection to nature rather than organized religion. While a small but dedicated religious minority exists, the state's overall cultural fabric is woven with threads of skepticism, critical thinking, and a focus on living in harmony with the natural world. Vermont's secularism is not a rejection of spirituality, but rather an embrace of diverse beliefs and a respect for individual paths to meaning and purpose. New Hampshire. Live free or die. This state motto encapsulates New Hampshire's fierce independence and respect for individual liberty, including the freedom to believe, or not believe, as one chooses. With only 33% of residents identifying as religious, the Granite State fosters a live and let live attitude towards faith. While some communities have active churches and synagogues, the overall cultural climate is one of tolerance and acceptance of diverse viewpoints. New Hampshire's rugged landscapes and close-knit communities often foster a strong sense of self-reliance and a connection to nature, which can sometimes replace the need for organized religion. The state's emphasis on personal responsibility and civic engagement often aligns with secular values, contributing to its low rate of religious adherence. Maine. The Pine Tree State's rugged coastline and vast forests mirror its independent spirit and embrace of personal freedoms. Only 34% of Mainers identify as religious, reflecting a strong secular streak in the state's cultural DNA. Maine's history of religious tolerance dates back to its colonial era, when various denominations sought refuge in freedom of worship. This legacy continues today, with a diverse range of spiritual practices and beliefs coexisting peacefully. The state's strong focus on environmental conservation and social justice often resonates with secular values, further contributing to its low rate of religious adherence. Maine's rugged individualism and appreciation for nature often lead to a more secular worldview, where personal connection to the natural world takes precedence over organized religion. Massachusetts. The Bay State, known for its rich history and intellectual heritage, is a bastion of secularism in America. With only 33% of its population identifying as religious, Massachusetts embraces a culture of diversity and intellectual curiosity. Home to prestigious universities and a vibrant arts scene, the state fosters an environment where critical thinking and questioning of traditional norms are encouraged. This intellectual atmosphere often leads to a more secular outlook on life, where science and reason are valued over faith-based beliefs. While various religious communities thrive in Massachusetts, the state's overall cultural landscape is characterized by its embrace of diverse perspectives and its respect for individual autonomy. Alaska. The last frontier, with its vast wilderness and rugged terrain, is also a frontier of religious freedom. Only 45% of Alaskans identify as religious, reflecting the state's independent spirit and connection to the natural world. Alaska's diverse population, including indigenous communities with their own rich spiritual traditions, contributes to a unique and varied religious landscape. However, the state's remoteness and harsh environment often foster a sense of self-reliance and a focus on survival, which can sometimes overshadow organized religion. While churches and other religious institutions exist in Alaska, they often play a less central role in the lives of residents compared to other states. Alaskans' deep appreciation for nature and the outdoors often leads to a more open worldview, where spiritual fulfillment is found in the wilderness rather than within the walls of a church. As we've seen, America's religious landscape is as varied and complex as the nation itself. Check this next video out on world religions around the globe. Leave your thoughts in the comments section about which state you would like to live in.